Free thinkers, one of the things that I had to learn being married for 40 years is to have my wife be comfortable with coming to tell me things, because a lot of times in a marriage, when you're not comfortable with your partner or with your husband or with your wife, you make decisions without telling them, and then hopefully the decision that person make um, works out. But if your partner or your wife is not comfortable with you, then they'll make decisions without you. And for me, a part of my marriage, I had to learn that, to make her comfortable to come to me and let me know things that are bothering her, things that she wanted to do, or things that she feel that needs to be addressed. But if I didn't make her feel comfortable, these are things that she would do without acknowledging me. And then when it worked or didn't work, she'll come and tell me. Now, if it works, I'm still having a problem with it, because you did not come to me and let me know this is the decision you made. You made a decision on your own. And that's not how it goes. You don't make a decision on your own without speaking to me about it, right? So that's something that we had to learn, to respect the other person, to, regardless to how you feel that the decision that's going to be made is going to be made, is to come to them and let them know this is what has happened and what do you think about it. And I know that's something that it had to take a real woman to come and say, I'm going to let my husband make this decision. Okay? Like, there are times where the children will come and ask for things, and they'll go to her first because they know that I'm going to say no, and after a while they just kept going to her because they know my answer is going to be no. What you're asking for is something that you could obtain yourself, but the easier path and the most with the least resistance is coming and ask for these things. And to me, as long as you're breathing on this planet, and you have all your both hands, your feet, you're breathing, this is something that you could obtain for yourself. So at one time, my wife would make decisions, and then later on, the decision she made, the children now come and let me know, because they call themselves telling on mom. Mom helped me through this. So I had to let her know that if you make those type of decisions and then it doesn't work in your favor, you cannot come to me and ask me to fix it. I didn't create that problem. So at times, I know that as a mom, they always want to be there for their children. But there's a reason why the saying is that, when the bird, after a while, the bird pushes the chicken, the chicken out of the nest, the baby birds out of the nest, because they want to see if the baby bird fly. Now, if you can't fly, you fall to the bottom, then you're prey. But if you can fly, then you are basically going to live a productive life. Most kids lead a productive life, and then you have some who fall to the ground and want you to pick them up. Now, you have to know what it is, why they fell to the ground, and pick them up, which you can't bring them back to the nest, because they're never going to fly. Those are the ones with the broken wings, and now think that you're responsible for their broken wing. Now, they could always do that power play in their mom, because mom always gonna have that soft spot for kids. Fathers, on the other hand, can have that soft spot for kids because society don't care. Society don't care. There's a man standing outside in the rain without an umbrella. Nobody's coming outside to hand him an umbrella to shelter him from the rain. But society will step outside and give that woman an umbrella to cover her or shelter her from the rain. See the difference? So I had to explain certain things to her when I see her going down that path. Let her know, if you make these decisions without me, and then doesn't work in your favor, you can't ask me to fix it. And when you make some of these decisions without me and it works, then understand that they're going to always come to you for it and take me out of the picture, which means you take away who I am as a father and as of your husband. So my wife understood that. So there are things now that she come and say to me, this is happening, and what do you think? She knows I'm going to always say no, because you can do it for yourself. And you have to allow them to do it for themselves, because we are all born to die. And at some point, they're going to have to do this on their own. And if when we're not here and they're not prepared, what's going to happen to them? So we have to always make sure that in a relationship and in a marriage, that your spouse is comfortable to come tell you things, so the right and proper decisions could be made. Because if they're not comfortable with you, they will circumvent you and do behind your back, and then come tell you, because they're always going to say, well, I know you're going to say no, or I know what you're thinking. It's not that I'm going to say no or what I'm thinking. It's the respect is you come to me first. Right? And that's how marriage should work. That you don't make decisions without me. The decision I make benefits you. This decision you make don't benefit me, because what you're doing is taking away who I am as your husband. So, for 40 years of marriage, these are some of the little things that we had to learn and give that person who God gave credibility to lead a family and make them make the decision. So, as a married free thinker, that's my thought for married people.